What is going on to you Scorpios out there? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Look, there's smash the like button, okay? There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways for you to be able to financially support the channel. So I can most definitely keep the show going. Shout outs to everybody that has come through, sent donations. Like it is, as I said before, I have some of the best supporters here on YouTube. Y'all are absolutely amazing. And I just want to say thank y'all. If there was no you, there would be no me. All right, so let's get into it. So for you Scorpios, you have the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Yes, there is. So what this is about is so there was somebody that really, like it is that I've been saying, some of you Scorpios may have talked to somebody fairly recently, maybe even in the past, and they understand your mentality. They understand your value. The Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands represents how haughty or how big-headed they were. They didn't want to listen to you. They didn't want to actually give you Scorpios a chance whatsoever. It wasn't clear to them that you Scorpios are Emperor status, right? Or Empress status, right? You deserve to be treated like royalty because you actually have respect for yourself, respect for other people. And you Scorpios most definitely show people when your mind and your heart is in the correct place. A lot of you Scorpios are very much so loyal, almost to a fault, because you Scorpios get it from your opposite zodiac sign, Taurus, which is loyal to a fault. So the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Wands now is about you Scorpios wanting this. You want someone where the two of you, it's like a 50-50 relationship, right? This person sees you just like you have the ability to see other people. But what it is that you've gotten from this person could be someone fairly new, or it could be someone in the not so distant past. You're getting this, and what this represents is this is a person that very much so doesn't really appreciate you, nor have they in the past taken the time to actually understand your value. Now, why that's important in the first place is because the Hermit and the Queen of Wands represents how you just got tired of it, you know? So a lot of you Scorpios may be deciding to stay single for a little while, because a lot of you Scorpios are like, you know what? And how I'm getting that is the Hermit, right? The Hermit sometimes can be kind of jaded, can be kind of tired of what the world has to offer, right? And oftentimes people think that whenever it is that you say that you jaded, it's like, no, look up, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. Look up the definition to the term jaded. It means to be tired of something. So everybody gets jaded at something at some point. This is why it is that I say that people be using these words, my dear Scorpios, not necessarily you, but I'm saying in a general sense, people be using these words and they don't even know what it is that they be talking about. You know what I mean? They're just saying stuff, throwing stuff at the wall. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is the Hermit can represent you being jaded. It can represent someone not necessarily just wanting to lay up underneath a rock, go in a cave and just hide out for a couple of days, not necessarily associate themselves with society for a little while, right? Up until they're ready. And that's what it is that I'm seeing that a lot of you Scorpios are on. And then you have the Queen of Wands doing that for a little while, minding your business. A lot of you Scorpios, I'm sure y'all have jobs. Y'all may even be starting up your own business. And why that's such an important thing is because of the fact that you Scorpios could most definitely be just staying quiet, you know, staying out of the way. So definitely. Also, Queen of Wands, you minding your own business, living your life, doing the things that you want to do. The Fool and the Four of Swords represents how a lot of you Scorpios also can very much so, until you're ready to rejoin and okay, I'm getting it now. Okay. So the Fool, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Cups right here is about how it is that you Scorpios have decided to actually, I guess, rejoin society, right? You just needed a little while for you to kind of get over the nonsense. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not necessarily seeing that this was a person that could have been recent. I'm more so seeing that this was really a person that was kind of in a not so distant past. They're relevant because they're still close enough to this today, but not so relevant to the point where it may have happened today, or it may have happened today, right? But or very recently. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, you know, the Hermit, you Scorpios did take some time off. You did take a little bit of days off, or more than that, for you Scorpios to actually recuperate. You know, sometimes when we get hurt, because I have Pluto and Scorpio in my 8th house, sometimes when it is that we get hurt, especially when it comes to things that we really love, the people that we really love, sometimes we really do need to just take a break. You know what I mean? And I know this to be true because I did it myself. I've done it many times where, you know, a lot of these individuals will say how it is that you know, you know, you know what I'm saying? They'll say you know, like this, but then when I actually get myself into a relationship and the person starts wilding out and they couldn't they couldn't stop acting like they were crazy or what have you, what exactly did I do? I essentially just decided to really just leave them alone ultimately, because the situation for me is not only did I leave, but I actually took time off. I took like 2-3 months off to a year of just kind of not really wanting to be. So a lot of times people not really wanting to be in relationships and stuff like this, because I didn't want to bring the fact that I was tired of being in one into it, you know, because then your exhaustion makes you lazy. You know, you're in a relationship, the person is doing so much, and then you sitting back and you're like, yo, I'm not trying to do anything. It feels like a one-sided relationship. You understand what I'm saying? And then not only that too, but also just learning things about myself, you know, taking time off for oneself to become better, to become more valuable. So, you know, anybody that's healthy has done it. You know, I've done it plenty of times. This is how it is that I could, you know, not necessarily, you know, know a lot of women and stuff like this, but not really be in a lot of relationships per se, right? To say it's to where it's an absorbent amount, but don't have so much of that, you know, experience, is because physically, you know, spiritually I do, it's because I be taking breaks. So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is the Two of Wands now and the Moon now is about, but that's you taking a break is that of the past. I'm seeing that you Scorpios, this person really does want to get back together with you, right? This ex, this potential ex, this person that hurt you, right? Does want to get back together with you. They do want to make something actually work. But the thing about it is that you Scorpios have grown way too much for them. You're out of their league. And the reason why it is I'm saying that is because the Two of Wands and the Moon card, which is about you, you know, if they were to, they're spying on what it is that you've got going on. And if you Scorpios, if they figured you Scorpios are doing your thing so much that they would essentially, I'm talking about these exes or these past love interests, they're looking at it from a perspective of they don't really want to reach out to you as of right now, Scorpio, because If they do, you Scorpios will more than likely reject them. And that's the truth. You probably would. But you would reject them for a good reason. Now let's clarify the Emperor. Okay. Let's clarify the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor, we have the Page of Swords, the Strength, King of Pentacles, the Star card, and then we have the King of Swords. So the Page of Swords here and the Strength card represents, I can really talk about it without the King of Pentacles for right now, but this represents how those people that really overplayed their hand to a very beyond disrespectful degree. And now a lot of you Scorpios, you don't really want to have anything to do with them. And you Scorpios probably didn't even know that this ex or this love interest was spying on you, or trying to, I ain't gonna say spying on you per se, but I'll say like thinking about you quite a lot. Spying on you would be more like a high priestess type of thing. The moon is not exactly the high priestess. So I would say really thinking about you quite a lot and wondering what it is that you're doing. But before they got to here where they're wondering what it is that you're doing, a lot of them was disrespecting you when you were there the first time around hanging out with them. And the crazy part about all of this stuff now is, like I said, the shoe is on the other foot, because the King of Pentacles, the Star card, and the King of Swords is all about how it is that you Scorpios now are doing your thing. You're living your life. The King of Pentacles, you're quite comfortable. The Star card and the King of Swords, you're living your life, you're having fun, you're doing your thing. And on top of that, right, the Star card and the King of Swords is all about how you wish that you could be in a particular situation where you Scorpios was you want to be able to find someone that is a very good match for you. Someone that has the ability to kind of meet you halfway, right? And this is what it is I'm talking about. It's the principle of 50-50. It's the idea that one partner should not be doing the majority of the work, right? I got to get up after I make this video and I got to go wash the dishes. But I'm going to happily wash the dishes because that's how it is that that's one of the ways amongst many that I give back, right? So this is what I mean when I say 50-50 relationships. It's not just about financially. Everybody is so concerned with the financials of the situation. When I say 50-50, I'm talking about putting in sweat equity. Because see, what happens is that a lot of people respectfully get bent out of shape, because when you start talking about having to put the money in, they get so bent out of shape because you gotta, that's what keeps them putting, people who think that 50-50 relationships is crazy, right? When they put money in, it keeps the relationship honest, right? So that's my stance on it. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say here is that the Star card and the King of Swords, all it is that you wanted for them in the first place was a loving relationship in the first place. You didn't necessarily know where it was going to go, but you had hope that this relationship would have worked out, but it didn't, because they were so busy trying to be a boss. But they wanted to play into that delusion, right? Trying to climb the socio-economic ladder. Now let's clarify the moon. You have the Ace of Swords, the Empress, the Ten of Wands, the Sun card, and the Nine of Swords. So the moon represents them thinking about you a lot. excessively, them thinking about you Scorpios a lot, these past love interests. And the Ace of Swords and the Empress for you Scorpios is really about how they want, they're thinking about how much of a how much of a jerk they made themselves out to be, disrespecting you. And the Ten of Wands and the Star, excuse me, and the, why do I keep calling it Star? But anyway, the Ten of Wands and the Sun, because the Sun is a star, but represents you Scorpios were heartbroken at first, right? When this person didn't give any kind of effort towards you, they disrespected you. They didn't even respect your livelihood. They didn't even respect your life. They just felt like they could say and do whatever, and they broke your heart. But a lot of you Scorpios bounced back from that. And now, again, the Nine of Swords, they laying up in their bed thinking, why did they act like this with the Scorpios?